everyone, and welcome to the Spring Angus Bull Night for this year. Tonight we're going to be running through our heifer mating specialist. The first bull I want to talk to you about tonight is Basin True Value. He's new for us in 2025. I saw him about 8 weeks ago and he's looking awesome. A very sound and complete bull. He's got an added length of body, great dimension to him, and going to be a little bit bigger framed bull out of the US. Saw his first calves born out at Basin, and he's been their highest use bull for the 2025 joining season that's just gone in US. True Value is a calving ease bull with exceptional length, depth and muscle expression combined that's really structurally correct and a really highly fluid build and overall locomotion. Unique pedigree stacks generations of elite Basin Rainmaker genetics. His dam, Lucy 1177, a young donor within the Basin program, produced True Value as a first calf heifer. Notice that he's double bred to the renowned cow maker Rainmaker 4404. True Value is expected to sire exceptional daughters, and I really accept excellent udder quality and teat quality out of those females. With the new maternal traits out in the US in those EPDs, True Value comes out in the top 10% for teat quality and the top 15% for udder quality and the top 20% for functional longevity. His data profile emphasises maternal excellence, blending calving ease, growth, fertility and foot quality all into one package. While not extreme in any single trait, few bulls rival his balanced data across production, management and maternal traits. He is really a complete True Value package. The last bull I'm going to talk to you about tonight for our heifer bulls is Nola Superior S44. He was on display at the World Angus Expo in Tamworth back in May, and he generated a lot of interest and we got a lot of orders out of that event. It was a great event and it was fantastic to see everybody there. He's a very sound, docile bull that has now proven himself as an elite calving ease, low birth weight sire that still has explosive growth on the other end. Grand Dam is designer L21, the mother of the $190,000 So-Right S48. His dam, Q69 herself, has already headed straight into the donor pen. Just the overall maternal strength in this bull is really second to none, and it's quite a proven maternal strength. Phenotypically, his rock-solid structure, claw and heel depth design, combined with excellent temperament, beautiful skin and hair, and with the first daughters now calving, the best of Superior is coming right now. His first sons have hit the market at auction, making $40,000. I want to add two quick honourable mentions here. First is Baldridge Versatile, the docility and marbling king, trait leader for both those traits, plus been proven for calving ease and explosive growth. Sons have already sold up to $190,000 in recent times. Another honourable mention goes out to Dunoon Data Plus. Data Plus has added length and depth of body. He's a big free-moving bull and an easy-doing, very structurally sound package. His data profile brings calving ease, short gestation, a great birth to growth spread, fertility, softness, and just overall type and soundness. Well, we're back again for another night on the Spring Angus Bull Night for 2025. Tonight we're talking about all our replacement female sires. The first bull that really hits it hard in this category for us is Hoover About It. I'm really impressed with how this bull has been going. His first calves are now 12 months old on the ground here in Australia, and they're really standing up very nicely in some big contemporary groups. Some people have probably overlooked this bull, and he deserves a second look for this spring. I saw the bull about 8 weeks ago and he stood up very well. I think what is most exciting about this is his maternal line. His dam, T78, is an up-and-coming donor in the Hoover herd, and with N54 and G366 backing up this bull, the Erica cow family from Hoover is a really special group of cows. Here's N54 still going strong at 12 years of age. I just think this overall power and performance here really steps it out here for Hoover About It. With the new maternal traits out in the US, he comes in at the top 20% for teat quality, 15% for udder quality, and top 25% for maternal longevity. As structure data keeps coming in on this bull from the US, he keeps on getting better and better. Use About It to add muscle, softness, shape, and overall serious maternal cow power. The next bull in this section I want to talk to you about is Deep Creek Legitimate 203. One of the most powerful bulls to come out of the US in recent times. He's larger framed with a serious amount of growth and maternal power. On the most recent trip to the US back in June, I saw large contemporaries of 18-month-old legitimate progeny, and they were the complete standouts in whatever contemporary and sire group they were within. It was really great. They had extra growth, dimension, softness, and I really admired those cattle. I think one of the greatest strengths of this bull is the program he comes from, the Deep Creek herd in South Dakota. It prides itself on maternal cow strength, and it's really evident when you get stuck in with TJ into those cows. Dam is a younger donor in the donor female in the Deep Creek program, with his Grandam and Great Grandam also being Pathfinder females. Again, with the new maternal traits out in the US, True Value comes in on the top 3% for teat quality, top 3% for udder quality, and top 50% for functional longevity. If you're looking to add power, maternal strength in a very sound, docile package, Legitimate is absolutely the bull for you. The final honourable mention here for this category is going to be LT Clarion 9054. Just a complete phenotypic superstar with flawless structural soundness. I cannot emphasise the foot quality on this bull. He's a powerhouse, showcasing impressive muscle, base width, clean fronted functionality of the cow that I regard as the best cow in the LT program. We'll see. Evening everyone, and we're back here on deck for another evening of the Spring Angus Bull Night. This is the Angus All-Rounders, balance, power and performance, and I think the first bull to start this category off for us really hits that home, and that's Nola So-Right S48. He's currently sitting in the top 10 for registrations at the moment over the past 2 years, so this bull's seen a lot of use and we're starting to know a lot more about this bull. Progeny are very docile. He now sits in the top 10% with well over 500 head of progeny recorded. They're soft, easy doing cattle with a tremendous amount of rib and muscle shape. And on top of all that, he's maintaining a 4 for IMF with nearly over 400 scans in the system now. That's really impressive, and we haven't seen that in a lot of bulls with his overall phenotype. What is also important to note in that every data run, his claw-shaped data keeps on getting better and better as more data is submitted and those progeny are being scored. And I think this is really representative of what we're seeing on ground level with these So-Rights. His first daughters are now calving and they look really impressive. Very deep-bodied with excellent udders and teat placements. The females just may be the best of So-Right. If you haven't used him yet, it's certainly not too late to hook in and get a part of So-Right into your program. The next main bull that we're going to talk about in this category is a new bull for 2025 out of the US, and he's taken the world a bit by storm. This is Basin Keystone 2021. When you analyse the maternal pedigree and data on this bull, it all comes together. Going back to Basin Joy 1036, who's the mother of Basin Rainmaker 4404, who's regarded as one of the greatest cow-making bulls out of the US. His dam, Joy 9140, recently sold for $240,000 US and is also the mother of the popular sire Basin Jamison. Keystone really anchors an elite line of outstanding females. As the first structure and ultrasound data has been coming in onto the US system, he's been moving in the right direction on IMF, EMA and claw shape. He's a mid-maturity pattern bull exhibiting excellent volume and mass in a very docile nature. For a bull that is so long and deep-bodied that he is, his data sets really sets him apart from the pack. As Origin's top-selling bull for 2024, the first 4 shipments have all completely sold out here in Australia. So please, if you wish to use the bull, please get in early. You will miss out. Keystone delivers performance, maternal power, and a data set essential for modern-day breeding programs. I've got 2 quick honourable mentions here for this section. The first one is the Australian legend that is Dunoon Prime Minister. Daughters are awesome and they're breeding the house down. One of the few bulls on the market that combine positive mature body condition and plenty of milk all into one package, and that is all proven off now daughters in production. Getting those 2 traits right will be a challenge moving forward in the industry. Also, note where this fellow sits on MSA marbling. The other honourable mention here is Keneally Waymaker. This is an absolute powerhouse of a bull that brings softness and excellent skin all to the table in a very well muscled package. Also a real outcross pedigree. On the new teat and udder EPDs from the US, this bull sits in the top 10% for teat and top 15% for udder quality off the first 27 daughters being recorded. welcome to the final night of the Spring Angus Bull Night, and probably the most anticipated night for everyone. This is the wildcard ones, where we showcase some new sires and some sires that are really setting the world alight. The first bull we're going to talk about in this category is Cluedo-Newry Uppercut U15. Uppercut set the world alight in March when he made $275,000 selling to Lachlan McKenzie at McKenzie Ag Services. He was identified early in life as one of the most complete bulls to be bred on Australian soil, really blending phenotype and genotype all into one singular package. He does set a new benchmark as one of the most powerful data bulls in recent times. Uppercut brings a really soft, slick skin to the table, extra muscle shape with a long and deep body to the table. He stands on solid feet and legs with strong depth of heel. He's out of a first calf heifer S233, who's a wide-based, well-uddered female. Grand Dam is an exceptional female, showcasing exactly where Uppercut gets his extra muscle and power from. Uppercut's first calves are hitting the deck now. Early reports are indicating they're coming from a week to 10 days early. They're going to be small born, but then they're going to grow. Really impressed with what we've seen already from this bull. With one of the most modern and impactful data profiles in recent time, Uppercut excels in offering breeders a unique blend of functionality, power and genetic value. A true example of how phenotype and genotype can work together in harmony. He's a must-use bull for this spring for 2025, and if you haven't used him already, now is the time. After being in the US in June, we inspected a lot of young sires, and we came home with what we considered a complete and utter standout. Been born and bred in the heart of Missouri, and he now calls Baldridge Angus home. I'd like to introduce to you this evening Hinky Honcho. We went looking for a patriarch son that kept all of patriarch's strong calving ease, fertility, shape and softness and soundness attributes, but we wanted a son that was going to add some frame and extra growth, and this is exactly what Honcho does. Honcho was the top seller at the 2024 Hinky Bull Sale. Upon inspection, he grabbed your attention for his very correct foot structure, width of chest and top, as well as being big-hipped and long hip to pin. His foot shape and depth is ideal, as well as his angle and set to his hocks. He moves like a cat, and whilst being very docile and easy-natured. His great Grand Dam lived to be nearly 16 years of age, and his Grand Dam is still active as an 11-year-old cow. His dam, Blackbird 0215, had Honcho as a first calf heifer, but sadly passed away unexpectedly after she had her second heifer calf, who was retained in the herd. We hope to have his Australian genomic data in very soon, but in the US he has lots of calving ease and low birth, and then top 10% for weaning weight and top 4% for yearling weight. Maternally, he ranks in the top 1% for heifer pregnancy, top 10% for teat, top 20% for udder and functional longevity, as well as being in the top 15% for scrotal. Functionality wise, he's in the top 30% for docility, top 10% for hair shed, and when we convert his claw shape data into the Australian percentile table, he ranks in the top 5% for claw. Carcass wise, he ranks in the top 15% for carcass weight, top 20% for marbling, and top 35% for EMA. So, when we put all this together, he ranks in the top 3% for dollar maternal, top 15% for dollar beef, and overall top 10% for dollar combined. Also, please note the traits observed on this bull in the US system. Honcho's pedigree is stacked with proven maternal and performance sires. We expect his daughter to reflect maternal strength, especially udder quality, as seen as in the Blackbird cow line. He's been used really heavily in the Baldridge program. His width, structure and muscle expression matched with his longevity, maternal backing, make him a really unique prospect this season. For this spring, there'll only be a very small, limited amount of semen to come in the country, so if you wish to use Honcho this spring, please get in early to avoid disappointment. Look, that's going to wrap everything up for us for this Spring Bull Night series over the past few nights. I really thank you for listening and paying attention to the bulls we offer this year. Really proud, as always, of the lineup. The spring sire directory will be out very soon. If it's not out already, look out for it just around the corner. I wish everyone the best with their upcoming bull sales and success that we've already seen through the Angus breed so far. Look, I hope everyone enjoys and is looking forward to the spring season. I love seeing all the calves are out and about. I hope to see you all very soon for a catch up, and cheers as always. Thanks for watching.